Hello and welcome back to the D3 Energy live stream. I am Greg Davis, founder of D3 Energy, and this is where you can come and learn about the resurgence of conventional vertical oil well drilling in the United States. And today I wanted to take a little bit of time and talk to you about the cost difference between an unconventional horizontal well and a conventional vertical well. And with budgets being squeezed and oil prices being down today in the United States, more and more companies are turning back to conventional vertical drilling into these vast resources that were left behind during the shale boom. And they are blending those vertical wells into their horizontal drilling. So first, an unconventional horizontal well. So in 2016, the average unconventional horizontal well costs anywhere between $5 million and $9 million, depending on what basin you are in. And again, we're talking about all onshore wells today, nothing offshore. So just onshore drilling. And again, depending on where you are, like in the Permian Basin, the average well there was about $6 million. And just as a refresher, an unconventional horizontal well is drilled vertically down into the earth, and then the driller will turn the well and drill horizontally into a shale or tight rock formation. And they drill horizontally into that formation, and then they pump it with a mixture of fluid and sand to break apart the rocks to get the oil and gas to flow. It's a little bit like when you go to the grocery store and you go buy a bag of ice to put in your cooler. Often when you buy that bag of ice, it's kind of a solid block. You can see the little pieces of ice, but it's kind of melted and it's become one block. Well, you take that bag and you drop it on the ground and the pieces break apart, and then you can pour it into the cooler. Well, that's what we do. That's what the industry does when it hydraulically fractures a well. And these wells cost more because they have to drill horizontally and go out a mile or 2 miles. So that cost versus a conventional vertical well, where we drill into the ground vertically into that formation, that bag of ice, if you will, and we put pipe in the hole, and then we stick a straw in it, and the oil and gas will flow, and we put a pump on it, and it'll produce oil. Those wells average anywhere from $400,000 to $650,000, depending on what part of the U.S. basins you are in. And if you're near the Gulf Coast region, those wells average anywhere from $1 million to $3 million. And again, those wells cost less money because those rocks are already broken up, if you will. The bag has already been dropped, and the oil will, or natural gas will naturally flow into the wellbore. So again, there is a resurgence happening today because the cost is less, the resources are very rich, and you can make good money today on a vertical conventional oil well. So companies, again, are mixing this into their portfolio, and we're seeing this resurgence. So I want to thank you for joining me again today and learning a little bit more about the oil and gas industry. And I ask you to come back tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to talk a little bit about the economic difference between a horizontal and a vertical well, a conventional versus an unconventional well. Come back tomorrow, and please share this with your friends, click like, and help us to continue building this resurgence, be a part of this resurgence and this conventional revolution. Thank you very much.